Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Coffee Break. This is Dr. Michele Alignay. This is another afternoon for us to talk about our topic for this week, and that is the resilient you. So, friends, how have you been? How was the past days for you? We have many viewers on the topic the other day, and I hope that we learned something. We learned bits and pieces of information on how to be themselves. So join me for the rest of the 30 or 40 minutes so that we can continue our discussion on resilient you. Paano nga ba tayo bumabangon? You remember there's is nakabangon nga ba tayo amidst difficulty, and that is being resilient. Um, how far have we grown? How far have we improved from that person when we started in March 2020? And that's the start of the longest lockdown in the world. How have we been then and how are we now? So join me. Join me to learn, to be better, and to get some bits and pieces of wisdom on how can we be more resilient. Kasi there's no excuse, friend. There's no excuse. We cannot blame the things that happens outside us. We cannot blame our circumstances. We cannot blame our nation, the people who's getting sick because they're moving around or they're going outside. We cannot blame the circumstances inside. But right now, if there's just too many things beyond our control outside, what I need us is, and I'm gonna tell you, but this is the bad news or the sad news or the not too good news that I'm gonna tell you. Friends, it's not easy. Hindi madaling maging resilient. I remember before, with all the political issues that we have, there was this hashtag that pagod na akong maging resilient. Yes, also, some people, some leaders are making that as an excuse, the resilient Filipino heart, which we are, they're making as an excuse for their accountability. But let me just share with you, being resilient is toughening up, but also owning up. Owning up means taking responsibility for ourselves. Hindi puwedeng yung resilient yung solusyon mo is to get up pero takbuhan yung responsibilidad. That is a failure. That it's just sugarcoating resiliency. But being resilient is really confronting the ugliness, the nitty-gritty, and all the trash, all the garbage, sorry for this term, all the shit in the issues of life and being able to do our part to be responsible for that. Can you relate with me? At alam ko, sa buhay natin nitong nakaraan taon, let's just focus nitong nakaraan taon. I know we have moments that we would like to give up. Raise your hands, friends. Raise your hands or saying me if there were occasions in your life na parang ayoko na natong sitwasyon na to. I want to get out of here. Please let me know kung pinagdaanan nyo ba yun. Kasi ako, I would be very honest. Ako lang pinagdaanan ko. I'm so tired of this. I need to do something. I need to move away from this situation. And that is, if you would assess that, if we were able to sit down in that situation, to sit down in that process, to sit down in the ugliness, I have to use that word, in the negativity or the ugliness of our emotion, kung nakaya nating umupo and to learn what we can to do better, and then, welcome to a more resilient you. Because I believe yung pinagdaanan natin, may natutunan tayo at hindi natin tinambayan kasi nandyan kayo ngayon. Tama ba? Ang pinagdadaanan, hindi tinatambayan. Dapat may natututunan. I'll say that again in Tagalog. Ang pinagdadaanan, dapat hindi tinatambayan, dinadaanan lamang at dapat may matutunan. We hear na wag mong daanan, tambayan mo. Wag mong tambayan, daanan mo lang. Yes. But friend, dagdagan pa natin. Hindi mo dapat na daanan lang. Hindi mo lang dapat na namnamin lang. Pero sa pagnamnam natin, dapat meron tayong natutunan at dapat maging puhunan. And what is puhunan? That is our self-investment. Ang pangit isipin, imagine kailangan natin masaktan to be a more stronger person. We need to get wounded to be able to be more resilient. We need to fall down to be able to get up again. And that is true. So make that we have to make that pinagdadaanan as our puhunan. Puhunan for a better life, puhunan for new directions, puhunan for newer dreams, puhunan for a more resilient you. And that is something that we can reflect about. So I'll run through with you the other day. I'll run through with you. If you remember something the other day na may natutunan kayo sa ating topic on the resilient you, what was that word or phrase that you were able to reflect about or na pick up nyo the other day. So I will continue. So I gave you I think I gave you 4 tips the other day. So ngayon, friends, ano ang inyong mga takeaway para dadagdagan pa natin ng inyong kaalaman? Anyone? Can you put that here at your comment section? What did you learn last Tuesday, the other day in our coffee break on the topic of the resilient you? Can you put that in your comment section? So while I'm waiting for you, let's just go over about 4 areas. Be flexible, be accepting of discomfort. If you remember that, be open to learnings, and balance being there and stepping back. Now, I'm going to give you 5 areas, 5 points on how to be our the resilient you. The first thing that I would like to share with you, I have one whole week of coffee break. I think that was last week or the other week. In being resilient, we need the number 5, which is self-compassion or being compassionate. I think that we've talked about this, but let me just focus it. Let me just focus it here in this line of thought. Being compassionate is being for yourself. Have you been there? Have you been for yourself? Have you been, in that position that I want to be compassionate because I want to be for myself? Kung minsan tayo parang maaawa tayo dito, kailangan natin tulungan to, but have you been in that situation that right now I need to support myself? Can you put your hand over your chest and say that with me? I need to be for myself. When we are for ourselves, we accept the whole of us. I don't know, friends, if you've seen my Facebook post this morning regarding being accepting of our body, because sometimes the worst critic is us. We keep shielding ourselves to be able to keep to move away or to conceal ourselves from all our insecurities and our issues and the oh, that is not being for us. That is not being for our whole being. That is not being for the true resilient us. But being for ourselves is being able to be for you, to love yourself, to accept us, and to enjoy the present moment. Uh, some things might not turn out the way we want it. And sometimes, of course, we blame ourselves because meron akong kasalanan, hindi ko to nagawa. But sometimes, being able to walk away from an ugly discussion, yung telling maybe somebody that you're having a discussion, wait, this is not healthy, and then I'm moving away because I am for myself right now. That is not bastos. But because you would like not to hurt yourself or hindi ka rin makasakit. Another thing that we are for ourselves is taking good amount of pause, taking good amount of rest, and that is being compassionate for ourselves. You know, when we say no, have you ever said no and not checking all the messages and not replying to all the messages on the like now? Personally, I am on my personal break, my family break. I don't need to respond to all the emails, but I choose who to respond to. I don't need to respond to all the messages, and I choose also what to respond to because for now, I am checking in for myself. I like checking in with friends. I like checking in with you. I like checking in with my family, especially my kids. But there are days that I need to check on me and I need to be for me because I need to be compassionate with me. Because sometimes we just don't know how life will blow to our disadvantage. You know that? Na kahit na parang ang dami-daming mga bagay na nangyayaring maganda, meron pa rin at meron pa rin mga inconsistencies or imperfections. And then, do we blame life or we just choose to learn how to be flexible? And that's why I'm here to be compassionate for me. This is the biggest way for us to be resilient. This is we have to it's a psychological resource. It's an inner strength. So balikan niyo yung topic natin on compassionate and getting on our own side is bringing care and love to ourselves so that we can be more resilient, we are more capable, mas kaya natin. It's really recharging us. And it's being able to do good for ourselves, to be able to do more and to do good for others. It's not selfish to be for us because we are doing this to be able to give more. Isn't that a sacrifice also? Na kailangan ko munang i-calibrate yung sarili ko para mas marami ako maibigay. And accepting things as they are, including yourself. Do you accept you? Kaya maraming tao hirap maging resilient kasi they keep comparing their timeline to other people's timeline. They keep comparing how others navigated this crisis to how they are navigating to go there. Is what it is. Ito, kung anong meron dito, we are somewhere with our family. And for some reason, walang internet connection, but buti na lang we have backup and then that's why I can go live. But accepting things as they are. Kung ano yung naging inconsistencies, I can forever complain, but I can choose not to complain. See? And enjoyable moments and look for the things that you can enjoy in each day. And I think that is critical for us to be able to be more compassionate, the as the seed of resilience. We need to look for the little things that we like. I am looking, can you just tell me what do you look forward to each day? Yung maliit lang. Huwag yung fake friends. Huwag kayo maghanap ng big deal kasi baka the big deal. I am looking forward to each day drinking coffee, even the smell of coffee. I am looking forward to each day in my quiet time. I am looking forward to each day in my own personal readings that will help me grow. So, and I'm looking forward to each day kung ano mga blessings na ipapadala sa atin ni Lord. So, there is something to enjoy about. And I look forward to also the hugs of my family, even though that they're busy with school and with other things, they can still do it. And there is something that we can look forward to. So here, when we talk about resilience, we have to be compassionate. And compassionate, it's being for yourself, accepting yourself, and enjoying what comes your way, like the birds that pass through me for now. So, another thing, how can we be more resilient? The number 6 that I'll share with you is that be embracing of change. Oh yeah, I think this is a resilient move. How are you embracing change? Sa lahat ng nagbago, ikaw na nagbago. Embracing of um, forever talk about what's happening outside. Go 1 year na tayo pandemic situation, but be embracing of change. Friends, have you also realized, have you embraced, if you are with me, if you are my age, 40 and above, have you embraced also the changes in our body, the changes in our moods, the changes in how we look at life? Yes, we will change. Hindi totoo yung I think in our maturity, yung mga sinusulat sa slum book dati na parang I remember that please do not change. But now, looking at it, I I would rather hear and see people saying, I hope we change. Maybe the commitment will not change, but how we evolve as individuals, it needs to change. Even change your hair. Ano nang binago nyo sa sarili nyo? I think binago na rin natin yung layout ng bahay. Since na isang taon na tayo na sa bahay, binago na rin natin yung mga nakatago na pinggan sa loob ng bahay. Baguhin niyo na rin, i-rotate niyo na yung bedsheet na tinatago niyo for special occasion. Baguhin na natin. What else do we need to change? We need to change also our hair. We need to change maybe the way we put makeup. And we are not putting makeup. So there can be change if we choose to put makeup all of a sudden. We can change also with too many things, friends. Ang dami nating pwedeng baguhin. And be embracing of the change that you are not in control of. Because when we start being accepting kung ano yung hindi natin mababago, kung ano yung mga nagbabago, and then it moves our power, our energy to learning to adapt to the change. Kasi pag na-stuck tayo dun sa I don't want this to change me. I don't want this to move me. But if we move into embracing the change and seeing how that change can be our inner teacher. What is this change telling me about? Alam ko mahirap, but we need to tweak, we need to do something different, and then how will it be? So, number two, I know that embracing change. First, what I mean is number five, since from last Tuesday, it's being compassionate. And number six, be embracing of change. Yakapin mo yung pagbabago. It's not enough that we know. Because when we know, but how are we living it out? Be embracing of change. And number five, six, seven. Seven. Ito kailangan nating matutunan, friends. Ang hirap minsan, but we need to be grateful for small and big things. I know that we are dealing with family members, our loved ones, even our spouse, and even our kids. But I would like to ask you, do you notice and do you affirm them? Do you validate and do you tell them that I am happy with the little progress that you have? Even though it's little, but I see it. Do we tell them? Because we need to tell them. Because we are looking for affirmations, we are looking for validations, and we are looking for people to affirm us and to appreciate us of our worth. So sometimes it's hard for us to verbalize that we need it. So friends, if you're not in the culture that it happens in your home, hindi nyo yun natatanggap. If you are a mother or if you are an ate, if you are a tita, be the appreciative person. Pero wag nyo kalimutan to appreciate yourself also. Can you do that? Doc Michelle, hindi ba ako mukhang sira? If I would look at the mirror and then I would appreciate myself, ito yung growing ring. Well, I not don't look stupid if I do that in to myself. Because you have to start loving yourself. You have to start loving yourself. And you have to be grateful also for the little progress that you have in your life. So kung wag tayong mag-intay na may ibang taong mag-appreciate at mag-affirm at mag-validate sa atin because as adults, tayo ang gagawa nun sa sarili natin. You know, whenever I have this talks or whenever I have this Facebook Live, I am grateful for the people telling me that how coffee break is helping them, how my smile is also affecting them. Thank you. I am happy for your affirmation. And those are bonuses. Why? Sinabi ko na sa sarili ko that I will do it. Sinabi ko na sa sarili ko and I claimed it that doing this is a mission and doing this, I know that this is a gift from the Lord to be able to do it, to be able to do it well, and to have that gift of connecting with you, with connecting with people. And that's a gift. And that is something that I embrace. And the little progress that I do, sabi ko, today, mas mabilis ako. Parang nagpo-flow ako sa topic. Or I think I did well in coffee break. Nasabi ko na yung sarili ko. And I believe that is powerful. That is powerful. And that's something that I would like to share with you. Be grateful for the small and the big things, but you have to make sure that you are starting to be grateful for yourself also. You do it to other people, but you have to do it for yourself. And that is number seven. And then number eight, hmm, be with supportive people. I love that. Be with supportive people. To be able to be resilient, wag ka na doon sasama sa mga taong nakapagpabaksak at nakasakit ng husto at hindi magandang impluensya sa atin. I hear people say na parang, ano ba yan? Ang dumi-dumi na ng social media. Yung mga feeds ko, puro na lang nega. And then stop following negative people. You know, you don't necessarily have to be with supportive people who are physically with you. You can be with supportive people who are same people as you are. You follow people who gives you nourishment in your spirit, in your soul, and in your well-being. So, why would you get the support of people na hindi naman naniniwala sa kakayahan mo para bumangon? Bakit tayo magmamakaawa to ask people for help, to ask people for support, if in the first place, dahil ba may posisyon siya? Dahil ba kilala sila? Pero 'di ba, at the end of the day, we want to be with people who help bring out the best in us. So you have to ask the right people for support. People who are supportive and nourishing, not people who are emotionally draining. That is something. Kung paano mo malalaman if you are with supportive people? You are growing in your walk with them. And I hope Coffee Break is doing that with you, okay? But if these people you are with are just energy vampires, zapping out the energy, zapping out the goodness in you, and yung bang pag nakita mo sila or kasama mo sila, pag uwi mo pagod ka, o kaya parang ano mong gusto crash, and then I believe it's not helping. But if you are with the right people, na pagkasama mo sila, you can spend the whole night and you can spend even the 2 days, 3 days na magkakasama, just laughing and just sharing life and just growing with each other. You can be yourself with these people. You are at the right track. And that is number five, six, seven. Am I seven? Eight. I mean number eight. And lastly, last point. How can we be better and how can we be resilient? If stuck, get help. If stuck, get help. Naniniwala ako dito, friends. Hindi natin kaya lahat. Even myself, if I am stuck and if I am lost, I get help. I get help from the supportive people. Kaya importante na meron tayong supportive people. Maybe it's a good friend. You know, I realize that my supportive people sometimes are not people my age. They are titas, older than me, way older than me. And these people have been mentoring me. These people have been growing with me. And then I ask if there are some worries in my head, if there are emotional baggages that I need to deal with, I go to a counselor friend who have been walking with me the past year. And then if there are some things about career or projects that's bugging me that I need to just fine tune with someone, I get on the phone or I get to chat with another tita who has been seeing me since day one of my career. Um, and I thank the Lord for giving me these people. And then if I have just would like to catch up with some friends, but then I need to fine tune some of the things that's been nagging me, I get also insights from other people who are helping me. Because it's gonna be, wait, oo, kaya natin. Pero minsan, stuck na nga tayo. How do we unstuck ourselves? It will be, I heard, there's a line that I heard before. We cannot operate on the, to be better on the same circumstances that brought the problem in the first place. So, kung ang resources lang natin is limited, at nasa-stuck tayo kasi hindi na natin makita kung ano yung what's outside the box, what's in the other fence, ano pang pwedeng mangyari. Because if we are in the middle of a problem, if we are in the middle of a situation, being stuck, it happens. But are we open to be helped? Are we open to getting the wisdom and the knowledge of other people? May mga tao kasi na ayaw nilang magpatulong kasi nakakahiya. Parang friends, don't wait for life to really hit you bad because we need help. It may be just asking for prayers. Ako, there are friends naman who are supporting me with these prayers. Even though it's coffee break, sinusuportahan nila ako para makapagdasal, para ipagdasal yung mission ko. And I thank the Lord I have friends who supports me this way. So, in varied areas of our life, be with supportive people and be able to admit that you need help. Go get it from the people who know you well. Go get it from the people who have been in the same situation as you do at makakatulong sa'yo. Sometimes, you don't need people who are too experts in what they do to be able to help you, but you need people who can empathize with you, who can understand you, and people who will walk you through. I love the word, who will journey with you. Hawak kamay at at yung magkaakibat, hindi naman magkakampi kasi pwede ka rin naman lang kontrahin. Magkaakibat or magkasama, sinasamahan ka, kinakausap ka at ginagabayan ka. It can be contrasting views, it can be through pagkasabihan ka, but there are people who are accepting and supportive of you, and that is critical. I would not be the resilient me if not for people who walk me through. It doesn't mean that it's always have to be your best friend. Sometimes there are just some people whom you are connected in their souls, and then the Lord gave them to us for us to grow. And these are critical, challenging time. You know what, friends? Marami pang mangyayari sa labas. Marami pang mga magbabago sa buhay natin. There will be more challenges that life would bring us. There will the resilient you, it's to our growing in ourself, growing in our core with calm, strength, and joy. Calm, very critical. This is critical, friends. We grow because we grow. I know we grow because being resilient, we grow with unshakable spirit, unshakable inner self, with calmness, with strength, and with joy, because the joy is found inside, and the joy and the strength and our calm is also found in our relationship with the Lord. Huwag natin siyang tatanggalin sa picture. And I hope we become resilient because of our work in our lives and how we allow also the Lord to work in our lives. Thank you, friends, for sustaining coffee break. I am greeting you from where I am. I'm sending all the wind, the fresh air, and the joy and the goodness and the good energy that I have in my place where I am. I'm sending them to you because we all need to be better. We all need to be resilient. And this is Dr. Michelle Alignay. I am greeting you. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me at Coffee Break with Dr. Michelle. I'll see you again next week for a new topic. And I hope that you share this with family and friends. And don't forget, You can do this via Facebook, via YouTube, and of course, you can tune in also at Spotify. God bless everyone.